what's up everybody? I'm Andrew Cannon, and today, this right here is what I am skating. We're finally doing it. It is DBX time. The construction with the basalt technology from Deluxe. That is real anti-hero, crooked, there, and did I miss anyone? Real anti-hero, crooked, there. Perfect, okay, we got all four. This right here is the Ishod Wair Catscratch twin tail board. I think it's important that it is a twin tail. This board is 8.25 wide, 31.8 inches long. It's got a 14.33 inch wheelbase. It's the tails. The tails are both 6.625. I measured the kicks on this. It's 21.5 degrees on both sides of it. And again, symmetrical shape. So they are the same, which I'm really stoked about. I think this graphic is amazing. Now let's talk about this technology, okay? This is the DBX. It has 4 layers of regular plies. Then it has 2 thinner layers. They're the face veneers, so it's the top and the bottom. And then it has 3 layers of the basalt technology, 3 layers of basalt, right? So you've got it in between the top and the bottom layers, and then you have one in the middle. This board is thin. Feels way thinner than a standard issue 7-ply, obviously, because it's less plies and you got thinner plies. It's definitely lighter weight. What I think is cool about it though is I was skating it in a parking lot last night just to see how it felt, and during my son's soccer practice, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. There is a flex to this, which is something that you don't get the same way with a flight or a VX deck. I think it's very important to discuss the goal of this, okay? Strength, response, feel, pop, and overall lasting performance. I'm not gonna stake this claim completely yet. If this board feels good, I am going to commit to riding it for a while, because I have ridden flight boards and I know they last for a super long time. I rode that Zach Doling board for probably 2 or 3 months. I've ridden VX decks, same thing, easily 2-3 months at a time, just because they last. The problem is though, they will eventually razor tail. And I skate a lot of skate parks because that's just what I do time-wise. But especially if you're out there skating street, it makes a huge difference because you end up razor tailing your board a lot more quickly. So even though they last for a long time, because they're thinner, they will get a little razor tail. Now I talked to Thebo about this, and I think the biggest thing is they're not going for kind of a race to strength. He was like, you know, it could break. So I'm not gonna run this over with my car. I also don't really give a shit about that test in general. It looks really cool, but the question is, can I kickflip front board or, you know, try any of the other flip-in tricks that I really want to be able to do and have this thing not break? Now, it's important to note that you can crack plies on technology boards. They are not infallible. On a VX, you can definitely crack like the bottom, or, well, not the top ply because they've got the sheet on the top, but the bottom ply, you could totally crack it, but that board is still gonna last. I mean, I've hit those things with sledgehammers before. The big goal with the DBX though is they wanted to create a board that was gonna be thinner and lighter, but feel like a normal skateboard. And that is one of the major differences between like your flight board, your VX, and a normal 7-ply is that flex is totally different. So I'm excited to put this to the test today and just see how it fares overall. One thing I think is important to note, because we're a group of nerds here and we talk about this stuff, these boards, unlike most of the BBS stuff, are pressed individually. So the molds themselves, each DBX board is pressed on its own. So the concave is going to be super, super consistent. This is your standard deluxe concave. Hold on, we got a helicopter. This is the standard deluxe concave. Obviously, I've talked about how much I really like the Easy Rider concave, but again, when I was skating this in the parking lot last night, I was like, damn, this thing feels good. So I got really excited to get out here and skate. Okay, so this is just a board for us nerds out here, okay? It's really light, it's supposed to be really poppy, and it's supposed to be stronger than a standard 7-ply. I'm talking a lot. We've got Thunder T2s. These are the 148s. I've got Bones 99 X Formula 52 millimeters. This is the V5 shape. I really dig it, and I'm excited to skate it here at Perry. I have Swiss in there, and then I went with Jessup Ultra because if I like this board and I keep skating it, I want to make sure that my grip feels like it's going to last for a long time. All right, enough blabbering. Let's do some skating. I'm going to do some flat ground to warm up. Definitely going to skate the flat bar and flip into it. Probably skate the ledge and then, you know, anything else around the park. And I'll let you know what my thoughts are on a single day skating the DBX board, and I'll comment throughout the process. Again, if I like it, I'm gonna keep skating it and see how long it can go. So maybe there will even be a follow-up and a part 2. All right, let's skate. Okay, I did make some adjustments here as well. I had some audio issues that I've been struggling with, so Ben DeGros suggested I get a new cable for my lavs, and then I also got a little fresh lavalier cable as well. Okay, gonna get warmed up. Got the manual pad, got some flat ground here in focus. Do a little of that, and then we'll get this body on the rail. Ooh, ooh yeah. Woo. Take a look at the flex on this thing. Dude, it flexes really nicely, which is a huge, let's do a little flex test. Yeah, this thing definitely flexes. Feels more like a normal skateboard than it does like an ultra stiff tech board. Impact, Kape, VX, Flight, all of them feel really stiff. They last for a long time, they snap really nicely, but they are super stiff. Oh, first one though, I'll take that. Try to skate it both ways. Try a 3 flip. Ooh, that felt great. Try another one. Yeah, that's good. Oh, just sheer lazy. Not a great fakie flip. That felt good. How about on the nollie front? Let's do a little nollie heel. Ooh, nice pop. That felt good. Woo! Oh. Whew. Should do a switch manual because I usually do those. Ooh, I need a nollie flip too. Nollie flip. Oh. My hee-haw nollie flip, what is that? Okay, so far the pop on it feels really good. It does have a nice flex to it, which makes it feel more normal than a standard issue tech board out there. 21.5 for me is so good. I also have these smaller wheels, so it's making it a little easier to pop it off the ground, but I'm digging it to start. Now, let's do a little testing of the strength. For me, always switch lip slides are a big one. I put a lot of weight on a switch lip slide. Kickflip front boards are super important. And we'll see what else. I have probably delusions of grandeur on what I would like to do, but so far, this feels really nice. One thing I always love about the thinner boards, this is Flight, VX, and this, the actual feel of it is so cool. A VX is not actually lighter than a regular 7-ply, but the tactile feel of it just makes it feel less. Now, this DBX is a bit lighter. It's definitely lighter than standard 7-ply. Over to the rail. Let's put some weight on it. 193-ish pounds of pure muscle and steel and chub. Whoa, my foot! Oh, oh, man, this thing is quick today. Come in, switch. Okay, switch a lip. Oh. Let's just see. Those switch lips, that first one was like so much weight. I felt the board flex, but it didn't break. None of the veneers. Okay, that's a good sign. Let's kickflip in on this. Terrible first attempt. Just personal scared. Listening to Fugazi. Fugazi live series, live from Leeds, 10/31/02 on Apple Music. It's sick. Crap attempt. It feels good. I like it so far. Feels easier to kickflip than a lot of those other boards I've been skating from Deluxe. And I don't think it's psychosomatic. That's insane. Okay, kickflip front boards, flipping good. I like the way the shape feels overall. I dig this like 2 tails. I think probably more than 2 noses. Maybe I go switch heel front board. I did it on the Kape board. It's one that I love doing. I don't do it all the time, but when I do it, it always feels cool, and it's a good tester because it's a good amount of weight, like if I bail. So we'll try that and we'll see. Okay, front board again. It's quick. Let's do a switch heel. Make sure that feels good and responsive. Maybe land one first. That's an okay switch heel. Always got to throw one out, right? Okay, I'm gonna try 100%, even though I'm a little scared to try it. At least I put feet on and near the board. It's a good start. A lot of weight on that one too, nollie front board. It's such an annoying one because it used to be such a go-to. So close. Camera overheated, so missed a bunch of attempts, but that's okay. I'm getting over it too much on that. Oh. Man, I tried. Terrible attempt. Right here. Dang it, so close. That switch heel front board took me a really long time. It is not the board's fault, it is my own personal fault. So a couple things. One, this felt really good overall. You definitely feel more of that flex when you go to get on the rail. And I do think that played a part in me being a little more scared to commit to the switch heel front board in general, just because I was like, oh man, even though I did the switch lip and yeah, it flexed, but it didn't crack anywhere. And it just made me a little more nervous because I've skated, I'd skated a billion VX boards, a handful of flight boards. And now that I'm skating this, which totally has a different feel, and so I would say this feels way more like a regular 7-ply, but man, I put a lot of weight on that thing, and this board did not break. The kicks are great for me. I like the overall shape, and you know, I'm gonna have to compare and contrast it when I get home, not on camera, but just to some of the other boards I've skated, like that there board. That there board felt so steep for me, and this one doesn't. And maybe it's just because I'm skating a bunch of different stuff right now. I don't really know. But I do know that the 21.5 degree nose and tail, 2 tails, feels awesome to me. I love the graphic on this. I think it's killer, but it doesn't feel like I'm gonna feel it in my knees later. And that's just, that rebound really does make a difference. So I'm digging it. Will it last? That's another question. So far though, no brakes on the rail. Some folks wanted to see me do some regular and switch tricks because this is a twin. I'd like to skate the box a bit. I will admit to you guys something. I woke up this morning, I had a little bit of a kind of knot in my lower right back. So I went to the gym and I went to hot yoga. I haven't been to hot yoga in a while, but I was like, ooh, I want to feel really good when I go to skate this board. And I do feel really good, but I also feel a little tired. We'll see how it all works out, but I'm excited. I'm gonna set the camera up, I'm gonna skate that box and just see, maybe we'll try some regular and switch tricks in the session. But so far, I really do like the feel of this board. This doesn't feel, with the exception of it being thinner, it doesn't feel like a crazy departure from how a regular board feels. And with more time, I will feel more confident in doing tricks on the rail. So far though, snappy, I like it. It's got that pop. It definitely feels responsive, and I do have smaller wheels, so that's helping me. But I like the overall feel of this right now. Like, I could confidently say I will keep skating this and put it through the ringer and see how long it will last for, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm curious if you'll get that fray, like the kind of little splinters with the fray of these, the way that you do with like a Flight or a VX. All right, let's skate the box. Switch feeble. Not much for switch crooks, but trying it. Maybe hot yoga after next time. Here's my overall take on this board after one session. I know some of you guys are like, what, one session? How do you decide? I'm gonna keep skating this. I think the overall shape feels good. I like the way that my tricks feel on it. It feels super snappy, like so nice and so poppy. I know that's like a little bit of a broad way to say it, but my tricks just feel really nice, like, which is good, like very explosive feeling, right? When you do a flat ground trick, it feels really nice and poppy. So I think what I would say is that you can't actually compare this to a Flight or a VX deck. And the reason for that is it's not trying to do the same thing. Those are built to be super strong, really stiff, and they're gonna hold their shape for a really long time. Now, we'll find out how long this holds its shape. I'm gonna keep this board set up, but to me, the DBX feels like it's nice and broken in. And that is a feeling that is really tough to get with the Flight and the VX, especially quickly, because it does take a long time for those things to like start to relax, because that fiberglass holds so crazy. Whereas whatever this basalt is, it feels kind of broken in already. And by that, I mean, it's responsive, it has flex, but it didn't break, it didn't crack. I have none of that here on the edges. But I really did like it after one session, and I want to keep skating it, and I want to see how long it's going to last, because that flex is so nice, and that is totally different than everybody else that's making them out there. Is it better? Is it worse? It depends. It depends on what you're into. I liked it though. I think that flex makes such a huge difference, and I think it's going to make a big difference on my knees as well, because you're getting that little bit of flex to help sort of absorb. The T2s felt good. I had to loosen them a little bit. I love these bones. X99 52 V5 shape. Swiss are amazing. And the Jessup Ultra felt really good. I also skated the Warsaw chapters. Gang, that's gonna do it for my session on DBX. It feels fucking good, and it feels different. So if you've tried those other technologies and you're like, oh man, it's a little stiff, this is definitely the answer to that stiffness. Gang, I'll keep you posted on how it goes. I'll do little shorts as time goes on. Ask me any questions, and thanks so much for tuning in.